Hi, today I'm going to show you how to consume a web service in ASP.NET. For this, I'm going to use the weather forecast web service, which is available on this link. Uh, if you open this link in any web browser, like I'm using Mozilla Firefox here right now, you can find three basic operations which are supported by this web service. With my past experiences, this web service has been really reliable. Uh, so I think uh, you can totally trust this web service and use this in your projects. So basically, this web service has three operations, which is getting the weather forecast by using a zip code, getting the current weather by zip code, and getting the weather information. So we are going to take a overview of this web service, and then we will jump into the programming part. This video is going to be little long, but uh, in the end you will find a simple web page which will have a box which will ask for your zip code, and when you enter the zip code and press a button, it will show the weather with a picture which describes the weather right now at that particular place. So this will be really interesting, and uh, so we'll start with taking an overview of the web service here. If I click get city weather by zip, you will be taken to a page which will have a text box. Here suppose I enter uh, a zip code and press invoke. It will give me a XML which has everything like response, city, state, weather station city, and there will be a weather ID. I would like you to keep this weather ID in your mind, because we are going to use this weather ID later to show the picture on the web page about the which describes the weather. So the description of the weather has cloudy in it, temperature is 33, humidity 93, and other details. So uh, this, if you see the URL, it has get city weather by zip, and it takes a zip code and returns you all this information. Similarly, if you go back to that same page, you have another uh, operation supported by this web service, which is get weather information. If you click this, uh, you won't find a text box. All you find is an invoke button. If you click this, you will find a XML. This XML has weather ID. This is similar to the weather ID which we saw in the previous XML, which was the output when I sent the zip code and the XML which was returned to me. So we are going to see this weather ID later, but this XML just have weather ID. It will have the description and a picture URL. So if you just simply copy this picture URL and paste it, you will find a small image which shows thunderstorm. So uh, it has a list of picture URLs corresponding to a weather ID. So we are going to use this XML in some way to get the picture of the current weather. So again, I will show you the URL to get to this web service. Even if you Google, you will find a lot of information about this web service. It's pretty famous. So I'll just copy this URL, and now I'll open Visual Studio 2010. Here I'm going to go to File, New, website. Here I'm going to select ASP.NET empty website. I'll probably name this website as WS demo, web service demo, and press OK. So I think there is one WS demo already existing, so I'll rename it to WS_demo and press OK. So you can see Visual Studio has created an empty website for me. In the Solution Explorer here on the right side, you can see there is only a web config file which contains the basic information about any website, any ASP.NET website. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new item, and this is going to be the home page or the only page in this website that we are going to make. So this would be default.aspx. I will select the web form and I won't change the name and just press add. So now you can see this Visual Studio has created a page for me, and it is totally blank. If I go to the design view, it is totally blank. So I'm going to add few things on this page which will help me I will design this page a little bit. So my page would be kind of the heading of this page, and then I need a little image holder to put my image. This is probably going to be the image about which gives me the information about the weather. Then I'll put a label on the page which will give me the temperature or the city state kind of thing. This would be one label. I'll put multiple labels. So I'll just select this label, and here in the properties window, properties box, I'll just simply remove the text from it. So what remains is a blank label. I mean, when you run this, if you run this page right now, I'll enable debugging. I press OK. So right now you can just see my page. You can't see the image holder, or you can't see the label one. So I'm going to make multiple copies of this label one. I'm going to just copy paste it again and again. The best thing about the GUI is it just automatically renames it in sequence. Like if this is label 1, the second would be label 2. I don't need to worry about having same name, two controls with same name. The interface takes care of all that, and such problems never happen. So I have many labels on my page right now and a image holder. So this will probably give me the final output. I mean, what I want in the end. The end product is this. I enter the zip code, press a button, this would be returned. So I would now create that input button, or the maybe a text box, and a text box probably. So I'll put a text box here, and also a button in front of it. I will try to keep the design as basic as possible. You can totally reuse the code that you're watching in this video. I will rename the button as submit. So and this is text box 1, this is button 1, and we have all these labels here. Now we have all the basic controls. Now we need to interact with the web service. So we need to copy this URL, and in the Solution Explorer, I'll simply right click the project name, and I'll add web reference. If you have a web service or a WSDL URL, you will probably want to select add service reference. But the URL that I have is ending with ASMX, so I'll probably go and select add web reference. So a new window pops up. I'll simply paste that URL and press this green arrow in the front. So the user interface, Visual Studio helps me to get into the web service and helps me to browse through it. On the left hand side I can see the web service. On the right hand side it's asking me to give a name. So I'll probably give W service, and I'll simply click add reference. Now you should see a small directory or a folder inside our solution by the name app_web references, which has a web service. And if I further browse it, you will find a weather WSDL here. So now what I need is I need to do the coding. You have the page ready, you have the web service ready. All you need to do is link them together. So I'll simply double click the submit button. So this will take me to the code page or default.aspx.cs page. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to create a string zip is equal to text box 1 dot text. So what I'm doing is I have created a variable string by the name zip, which will store the value which the user enters in this text box when I click submit. Now the next line would be about creating a object for the web service. So I name the web service as W service. I'll press dot and then I'll select weather is equal to new W service dot weather, parentheses and semicolon. So I need to provide a name for the object here. I'll probably give maybe my service. So imagine this like a creating a object for a class. You provide the name of the class, you provide the name of the object, then you use the new keyword, and again the name of the class. So I have created a object for that particular web service by the name my service. Now as you see on the web page, you will find label 1 to 6 and a image control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the function or the operation which gets me the weather using the zip code. So I'll type probably label 1 dot text is equal to now I will use the object my service dot. You will find a list of functions which are available with that object. If you go down, you'll find a function which is get weather by zip. You press enter. Inside the parentheses, we need to provide the string or the zip code. So I'll simply type the zip here. Now as you have seen in the XML, or I'll show it to you once again. If you go back to the web service, you enter zip code here and invoke. You see the XML which is written has different stuff in it. You have the state, you have the city, you have the weather station city and weather ID. So we need to mention what do we want from that particular function. We have mentioned the function name. We are passing the zip code as argument, but we also need to tell what we want exactly. So when again I press dot, I get a list of things that it can return. So I will simply take description first and press semicolon. So if I run this program right now, this is not complete, but this is like the basic functionality. I'll run this program once. So you have a page title, a small text box and a button. So when I type and press submit, you get cloudy here. It is just the description of the weather right now at the place which has the zip code 61761. So it is working. Now we need to add more functionality into it. So this is the main gist of this program, to have your web page talk to the web service, and these two lines are the very basic piece of code that do that. So now in our web page we have many labels, so I'm going to add more details about that. So to make things easy, I'm just going to copy paste this line again and again, and rename the labels. We have 6 labels, so there are 6 ones. And now instead of description, I want the temperature, then I want probably I would like to know which city is it, and then probably the state, and maybe humidity, relative humidity, or remarks. You can add, or you don't need to put all these things. I'm just trying to show what all stuff we can do with the web service. So now this page should display the description, the temperature, city, state, relative humidity, and remarks for the current weather. So when I run this program once again, it opens in the Firefox, and I add a different zip code and press submit. So it gives me cloudy, 33 Fahrenheit, Bloomington, Illinois, and relative humidity as 93. And I think there is no special remarks made about this weather, so it is left blank. So we have 5 things return. In fact, 6 things return and one is blank, so it's not showing up. So we have like around 60% of stuff done by now. Now what we want is getting the image, like having a cloudy image here in between my page and the cloudy thing. So what I'm going to do is I want to take you back to the web service. The web service has the very last operation, which doesn't take any input or argument, but it is a list of URLs, picture URLs for different type of uh, weather ID. So what I'm going to do is, instead of, I'm going to modify this one a little bit. So I'm going to take this last remarks and I'm going to make it weather ID. So if I run this program once again, oops, I think I missed something. Oh, weather ID is a number, so I need to convert it into a string. So I can just simply press add to string to the end, or no, I don't think so. So what I need to do is I need to type convert dot to string and put everything in this and parenthesis here. So this will do the job. It will convert the string here to sorry, the integer here to string and display it in label 6. So when I run this program once again and I put submit, so it give me cloudy, the name of the place is normal, and this last is 14 is the weather ID. Now if I take a look in this XML, there is an image for weather ID 14 which is on this URL. If I go here and I put this image URL on the address bar, you see a image for cloudy weather. It would be so good if I have a technique or a simple method or a piece of code which can take this weather ID and return me that URL for that image, and I can use that URL to display the image at the top of the page. So I'm not going to use XML here, but I'm going to do something similar to it. If I view this XML which has the list of images, let's take the first one. For weather ID 1, you have this picture URL. So I'm going to copy this first picture URL and I'll go back to our Visual Studio. So here I'm going to type something like if or no, first let's do one thing. Instead of displaying that on label 6, let's store it in a variable, probably int type and k, and it will store this integer. I'm removing the toString code because now we are storing this value in an integer, so we don't need that. So yeah, so int k will or the variable k, which is of integer type, will store the weather ID. So I will write a piece of code like if k equal to 1, then image 1 dot image URL is equal to, select this, so I will simply look at the XML and I can do something like this. A simple if case. If k equal to 1, then image1 dot image URL equal to this. So I want to keep the video as short as possible. So I already made a list. This is for all the values in that XML. All I'm doing is if case. Suppose the value of k, like right now it's 14 for that zip code, so it should simply load the image mostcloudy.gif available on this URL. You don't need to do loading, you don't need to load the image which is available on this URL, but you can do that locally. Just get these images from somewhere, like some images for sunny weather, cloudy weather, or normal, and store them on your machine. You don't need to, instead of having this URL, you can simply point them to uh, the local drive and get things going instead of having the URL. So, but this weather web service have a standard list of some images. So I just converted or changed this XML into a if case. So what I'm going to do is, instead of typing all this manually, I'll just copy paste this and I'll have it here. So you can see I have simply a list of every case or every weather ID. If weather ID is 1, load this one. Weather ID is 2, load this image. So this is pretty much it. So if I run this program right now, this gives me a blank page with nothing in it. I'll simply put a zip code, press submit. So it gives me an image for cloudy weather, temperature as 33, name of the city as Bloomington, state Illinois, relative humidity is 93. And right now the label 6 is not being used right now because I changed the weather ID to a variable, so we don't need label 6 anymore. And this basically shows how to consume a web service in ASP.NET. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can add this extra feature on your small projects and you can get better grades. Uh, Thank you.